everybody. I just wanted to give everybody a little update and thank you for sticking around because I know I haven't had a video in several weeks. We had the opportunity to take our very first vacation as a family these last couple weeks. We went on a week-long vacation. It's the first time we've been able to get away in 13 years. So I hope you can understand the break in the videos. It was all my good intentions to try to shoot some videos before the vacation and stagger them out to be released while we were gone, and that just didn't happen. There was too much going on leading up to the vacation and making sure that the property was ready for us to leave it in someone else's hands while we were gone for a week. So first thing, if you ever have somebody tell you you can't go on vacation because you have animals, ask them if they have any friends whatsoever, because that's all it took for us. One friend just down the road who was willing to come over twice a day, 10 minutes at a time, and do the normal animal feeding routines. It's not that difficult. You can go on vacation even with a farm. You just have to try and have a friend. It's not too hard. So anyway, I'll skip that and mention that while we were gone, unbeknownst to us, we ended up near an Amish community, and we had a lot of fun there, not just on the whole vacation, but specifically visiting the Amish community. One of the neat little things we snagged up was this awesome little stool that I'm sitting on. This is a hand-fabricated stool made out of genuine leather, wood, and metal. Thing's not going anywhere. It's not a little plastic chair. And I hope nobody ever tells the Amish that they undervalue their products. We got this stool for $30, and I think he could easily probably charged $40 and still sold it pretty readily. And if he charged $50, he might not sell as many, but I think it's pretty good construction and just the value of being hand constructed. So kudos to them for putting a price on it that they believe is fair market value. It certainly sold us. We walked away with a lot of other goodies as well, including a lesson about dill pickles. Picked up some dill pickles that had nothing but the distilled white vinegar, a little bit of dill, and a clove of garlic in it. And they were just as good as any other dill pickle I've ever ate in my life. Nice and simple. So anyway, I mentioned that just because we had so much fun doing it. We learned that, I don't know if it's my feeling of awkwardness going into a culture that I don't have any history with, that I don't really know about, or if it's their perception the same way. I'm not sure where the line comes in, that it feels like a gray area, but one thing we noticed is we'd go up to a farm stand at a home and peruse their wares and buy something, and usually there was I won't say a young child, somewhere around, just barely preteen kind of thing, that would be the person manning the stand. Sometimes it appeared to be the wife of the family, but either way, there wasn't much conversation involved. It was, hello, what are you looking for, here's how much it costs, have a good day, and that was about it. But on the other side of that, Jennifer had like a half-hour long conversation with the guy that she bought this stool from. And I had about a half-hour long conversation with a guy about the latches that he uses on his rabbit cages. He fabricates his own latches for his rabbit cages, and I thought they were pretty simple but ingenious and something that I wanted to replicate. And he was more than happy to sit back and talk to me about his rabbit cage latches. So I'm not sure if it's a culture thing or a comfort thing on our level where we were more comfortable talking to the man of the household, or where it came in, but we certainly enjoyed the exchanges that we did have the opportunity to have, and feel a little bit remiss that we aren't closer to a community like that where we live all the time. So anyway, we got back here to the farm, and suffice to say, folks, there's going to be some changes happening around here. Want to do some things a different way, still in a very permaculture design mindset, still wanting to make sure that we use nature and learn from nature and not abuse her, but we're going to do some things in a different way. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I also wanted to share with you, and I'm sure anybody who's got any kind of poultry has experienced something like this. if we've ever had a double yoker on the property, I can't remember it. And we've certainly never had an egg inside of an egg. But once in a while, I think this is maybe only the second time in, let's see, we've had birds on property for 9 years, that I've had one of these. This is a duck egg. To give you a comparison, this is a duck egg that a mom, I just went and looked in there in our little nursery, that a mom has rejected this egg. But that's a general comparison. We've certainly seen Muscovy eggs get quite a bit bigger. I would say if you wanted to compare it in a ratio, if you were to say that this were a large chicken egg, I've seen jumbo duck eggs produced here. But anyway, you can see this is almost like a pearl onion. It's just a little tiny thing. So if you've never seen that before, I thought I'd share just with you what's inside. I mean, what the heck, right? If you're not familiar with how an egg is formed, that's going to go beyond the scope of this little video here. But suffice to say, it travels in the chicken and goes through a variety of processes. And if it misses a step, you get something like this. If it goes through a step more than once, you get your double yolkers or your double eggs. So this is a missing a step. And what we have inside of here is nothing but the yolk. That is just, or I'm sorry, nothing but the whites. That is just egg white. Look at that. So there you go. That was kind of fun. It seems like a little bit of a waste, but I promise you we've got so many eggs here that the ants are welcome to have that. So again, I just want to apologize for kind of falling out of the recently, but want to get back into the swing of things. Having gone on vacation, catching back up on everything both at work and at home since getting back, as well as just really terrible weather. Folks, I've told you 1,000 times before, I don't like the hot and humid weather in Mississippi, and it's the first half of August. That's all it is hot and nasty. Right now, I don't think you can hear it through this little microphone, but there's thunderstorms out in the distance, so maybe we'll get a little relief. You can see the ground's a little wet right now. Unless you get a good cold front to come behind it, everybody who lives in a humid environment knows that all the rain does is make it more humid. So I'm just sweating left and right and can't win either way. But stay tuned. We got some really exciting things coming up with a lot of changes going on, which means a lot of projects, a lot of planting, a lot of building, DIY, and other things like that. So stay tuned, and hopefully fall and winter are going to be a lot more of an exciting season here than summer was. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next time.